Hidden deep inside rural Georgia woods sits a property that, although has been abandoned for 20 years, has sat frozen in time, undisturbed by people, animals, and the elements around it. After involving himself into the booming businesses that shaped the United States to what it is today, Mr. Myres built his dream mansion for him and his wife to reside in and start a family. And as the years went by, his dream began to become a reality, and after having 3 kids, he finally retired to be able to spend more time with them. Every morning, him and his wife would sit outside on their patio and watch the sunrise with a warm cup of coffee, sometimes accompanied by their children playing in the woods just a few feet in front of them. However, scary reality struck them all hard after Mr. Myres was diagnosed with cancer, an unfortunate consequence for working in the oil business his whole life. After his death, less than a year later, the family was completely broken and they could not stand to live in their house anymore. The home his wife had started a family in, and the home their children had grown up in. They left abruptly in the early months of 2003 and never returned, leaving everything behind. Alright guys, here we are. We just made it up that little path right there. It was pretty tough to get over here, not because of the vegetation, but the amount of spider webs that were just like on the path were insane. But here we are. This is our first view of how this property is going to be, and I can tell it's going to be a good one. We have one car over there in the garage, another one to the side, and then this beauty right here, which unfortunately looks like it's been crushed by a log or like a fallen tree. But you could just tell this car used to be really, really nice back in its day. But let's go over here inside the garage and check out this car before we move to the house. So that's the brand name, or that's the model name. But take a look at the inside. It's beautiful. I love old cars like this. I love classic cars. Really cool to see. And it looks like the hood is open. Take a look at that. It's beautiful. So I'm sure the man would work on his cars a lot in this garage, just judging by the amount of parts and other things in here as well. So it seems like he could have been a mechanic or just fix his own cars, at least. Alright, let's take a look at this beauty. Wow. Okay, so it looks like the front was crushed. Okay, that's a shame. That's too bad. But I really like how long the hood is. Look at that. I wonder what car this is. If you guys know what car this is, please let me know, because I'm actually curious about it. But let's crawl through all these trees right here and check this one out. Wow, okay. This is gonna be a struggle getting over here, but we'll do it. Alright. So, the hood is ripped off. But that's the engine. Quick look at the engine. And we're gonna see if we can open this door as well. And look at the inside of the car. Look at those spider webs and those cobwebs just hoarded in there. That's insane. It really shows how long this car's been abandoned and just sitting here. And it's really sad that these are just here, without an owner. And they're just gonna go to waste. Really sad to see for sure. But as we continue on through this little path right here, it's hard to see, but the house, the mansion, is right up that little driveway. So we can go up there, maybe we'll find another car, but I'm excited to see what the inside is gonna look like. But let's begin the journey over to the house right now. The vegetation does not seem that bad, as it's in the middle of the summer. I'm kind of surprised, but maybe as we get off the driveway, it's gonna get a bit worse. But that's the first glimpse of this house right here. Take a look at that. It does look pretty good. There are shades and blinds on the windows. And then judging that there were cars in the driveway, I'm sure the inside's gonna be good as well. But let's try to find a way in. I want to try to make my way over to the front of the house to get a good view of it, and two, see if we can find any other cars that were left. But it looks like there is a way in there. The door is wide open. So, let's go inside. Okay, but as we first make it in through the door, this is the first room we encounter. And I'm assuming this is just a little mud room and a laundry room, as we can see as well. And take a look at the vines and plants growing inside this house. It looks like they broke the screen and the window over there, and they're just invading it now. That's really cool to see. It's always crazy to see. I always mention it, how crazy it is that nature just takes over these places. But this is definitely the man's workshop. You see a bunch of tools, a bunch of nails, and some sports stuff too. Baseball glove. But as we walk into the house, as we keep walking in, this looks like the kitchen. And we can even see that family photos are still on the fridge. That's from 2003. So that might be around the time that this place was abandoned. We have to check out what's inside though. There are a lot of food still in the fridge, which makes me believe that the family just left abruptly, which is pretty crazy. I haven't done much history about this house. I usually do that after, but it seems like either a family member died or, I don't know, they just left for some reason. Crazy to see though, and everything is still left behind. Let's open one of these cabinets. Yeah, take a look at that. Grandfather Mountain, North Carolina. So they definitely did travel a lot. Crazy. And there's even a pill bottle over here as well. Wow. So we could either go that way, or we can go this way right here. Let's go this way first, and then we'll check out the rest of the first floor. Looks like that goes up to the attic. We can check that out after. But let's see this room right here. And what's interesting about this room is that it's completely covered in these feathers right here. That's really weird. But this is the first room we walk into, and I can already tell this place is gonna be good. Take a look at this bedroom, just completely frozen in time. The blinds are still up, and the beds are still made. This is beautiful. Look at the shoes, still right there. And the bookcase, still filled with books. And this little blanket right here as well. Let's see what's on this cabinet. It looks like a family photo right there. And they were definitely religious too. That's Mary. Wow. Crazy to see how the beds are still made though. And I really like the frame of this one too. And the pillows. And the sheets. Crazy to see. And this looks like a shared bathroom between this bedroom and that bedroom right there. But what really catches my eye is all this stuff left in the medicine cabinet. And this is really cool because all this stuff is going to be really old too. I can't open that, I don't want to force it. But take a look at these old labels. You definitely don't see this stuff anymore. All these old medicines and perfumes and all that. And even the toothbrush, or whatever this is still here. This is definitely a really good start to this trip. I'm really excited to be here. And right here is the second bedroom. And this one is just as nice as well. We see, of course, the bed still made. And even this old teddy bear, which makes me believe that they did have kids. This old chair right here. And you can just tell it's old just by the design of it. All the furniture in here is just so antique and so old. But in this closet, it does look like there's a bunch of movies stored. Look in there. Wow. It's
crazy that they left everything behind. I really wonder what the circumstance is and what happened. But this seems like the living room right here. Of course, some beautiful furniture, beautiful antique furniture. And then a piano right here in this corner. It's a very grand piano. And what happens in a lot of these houses is that once a piano gets inside a home, it's pretty much going to stay there. Because it's just so big and so heavy that it's just too much of a pain to get it out. Whoa. That still works perfectly too. That gave sort of an ominous feel. And take a look at this skylight up there too. Whoa, that's really interesting. That's really cool. Okay, so we can go in that room, or this room right there. That looks like a living room. We'll save that for last. But I do want to check out this third bedroom and whatever is in that hallway right there. But let's go in this room first. And wow, this is definitely, I think, the best bedroom here. This is like walking into a museum maybe. And take a look at all these drawings, probably done by a daughter or a son that lived in this room. They built or drew their own decorations, a painting there, and the vases on the fireplace. And then this giant shelf. But of course, moving on to the real furniture. It's crazy. Look at the designs of this. All of these chairs and all of these beds are surprising me as I walk through. They're so nice. And look at this old TV right here too. I don't know what this is actually. It might be a TV. Definitely let me know in the comments. Wow, that's really neat. Whenever I go through these houses, there's always so much stuff that I don't know what it is. And it's cool to learn as we go and try to uncover what everything is. But this box of hats though, I'm assuming they were definitely into fashion. Because all the clothes and all the hats are very extravagant. But take a look at this, outside. Look at those chairs. And this is definitely the patio where they could sit out here and just look at their land. Of course, it's all overgrown now, but I'm sure this would have been a great area to relax. It is a beautiful home as well. And it looks like there's even another bedroom over here. I think this is, you get to this, going through that little hallway right over there. But it seems like the drop ceiling has kind of fallen, and it's revealing this beautiful wood ceiling. And all that still is the light right there. But of course this bedroom is absolutely gorgeous as well. These rooms in this house do not disappoint. And take a look at all the clothes still left inside the closet. That's insane. Really crazy. Everything's still hanging up. It's beautiful. But of course, as we take a look to the main focus, we see the bed. This is definitely, if I were to guess, the master bedroom of this house, just based on the framing of the bed. Wow. Take a look at that. And of course the stuffed animal and all the pillows that are rotting and falling apart with time. I do like the curtains as well. They do definitely match very nice. And they definitely read a lot as well, with all the books. And judging by how long this place was abandoned, I would assume 20 years. It is in pretty good order. It's not really in bad shape. Oh my. Well, this room is definitely very cluttered. Not sure what happened here. But it looks like this might have been some sort of little bedroom or a little sunroom maybe. But it definitely is very cluttered. We're going to skip through most of this room. There is a stereo system there. Chairs, furniture, papers, of course. Just the regular stuff you'd find. And of course the little bathroom right here. A full bathroom. The shower, a bath. course, the towels are still hanging up. As we return to the living room through this hallway, there we are. I think we have just a little portion of this house to see, and that's this room right here, which I think is another living room. Let's take a look. Let's walk inside. Wow. This is gorgeous. And the doors are all wide open here too, letting in all the elements. But let's walk out on the patio, because I do want to see what's over here. This is beautiful. Wow, this would have definitely been a really nice area to just chill in. And take a look at that rocking chair right there, just hanging by the chains. And you can just rock there and spend your time out here. And even that bench is beautiful too. And of course on this side right here, it's a grill and some more old chairs and furniture. It is really sad because I'm sure a lot of this stuff is worth a lot of money. But it is really cool at the same time that it's still all intact and it's kind of walking into a museum. And none of these windows are really broken either, and the house isn't vandalized, which is really good. It looks like people have respected it. But let's shift our focus into this last living room right here. It's very nice. There's a lot of paint peel. It gives a cool look to it. But very nice sitting area, of course. Again, love to appreciate the design on these chairs and these couches. And I'm sure there could have been a TV somewhere here if there weren't any modern TVs back then. Great fireplace though, with wood still there, so they could start a fire, they could warm up. And a cool mirror right here too. These chairs definitely do look pretty comfy too. And it looks like whoever sat here left a mark. Kind of sinks down a bit. This dresser though, I do want to investigate it. Because it looks like if you open this, okay, you can't open it, but take a look at all those films and all those cassettes still there. Let's see if we can open this cabinet. That closes automatically for some reason. Let's try to keep that open. I'll put my leg there. Okay, so let's don't pull. But yeah, there's even more cassettes and films there too. Very beautiful room nonetheless. So one last look of it before we move on. Gorgeous. And I really like, I forgot to mention before, I really like that main living room is the middle of the house and everything else just surrounds it. Everything else is just built around that living room. And this might be the dining room right here too. This is the last room inside this house, because right there's the kitchen, and so this is definitely the dining room. And it makes sense too because of the table and of course all of the chairs around. There is a giant TV right there too, a big box TV, so I'm sure that could have been either placed up here on top of this beautiful fireplace or in this living room right here. Either one, I'm not sure. Yeah, take a look at that. Beautiful. Wow. So, well, I think that is it though. I think we've seen everything inside this house. Alright guys, we're gonna be ending off the video right here in this dining room. But nonetheless, this house was beautiful. I enjoyed seeing the 3 cars and of course all the antiques and everything just left behind this house. I enjoyed it a lot, and I hope you did too. If you liked it, please like, subscribe, and see you next time.